Look who's here keeping me company. Good morning. Hello, Dr. Simi. You're still my favorite. There you go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get-together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at news that will make us happy, news that will help us connect with our city, state, and country. We take a look at not your headlines. Well, yes, your headlines. They are headlines too. We take a look at news and headlines. And why am I overloading if I haven't touched my microphone? Oh, I'm not. It was just a little spark. Anyhow, it is Wednesday, January 17. It is a pleasure to see you today, and it is a pleasure to start this Wednesday with you. If you are watching live for the first time, you know the drill. No, you don't, because you're watching live for the first time. Duh. Just let us know that you're new by writing the word new, and we'll be so very happy to give you a nice little welcome. And of course, if you have something really important to share, such as Dan has done here, he added a capital letter Q at the beginning of his comment. Kathy just told me that the Mexican pro cycling rider Isaac del Toro, who rides for UAE, won the second stage of the Tour Down Under in Australia. And he's only 19 years old. That is amazing. This is a great accomplishment. Anyhow, if you have something really, really yummy that you want to share with us, please add a capital letter Q to your comment, and we'll be looking for those in a little while. But first, a quick look at the news from this morning. Look at these beautiful colors. It's a chalk sidewalk painting festival that we call the Madonnari Festival, and it is coming back to Puerto Vallarta from February 9 to 11. This colorful event is both an exhibition and a competition of local and visiting artists as they transform the main plaza's floor into various whimsical paintings created with chalk. The event became a regular happening close to 2 decades ago, thanks to our city's sisterhood with the city of Santa Barbara in California. There will be cash prizes for the top 3 creators. So if you're an artist and could use some extra moolah, now is your time to sign up. And apparently we're up to 4 crocodiles hanging out around the Isla Rio Cuale where the river meets the ocean. So I'm beginning to wonder if we should come up with names for them, because apparently authorities are not doing much of anything, and maybe they shouldn't. What do I know? To relocate them. So anyhow, we keep looking forward to looking at the crocodiles from afar, and we keep praying that nothing horrible will happen to anyone. Oh, and the news item that I'm referencing here featured this awesome photograph from the past showing us the Rio Cuale way back when it used to be occupied by a number of laundry ladies doing laundry for themselves and for other people. Nice stuff. And speaking of historical photographs, this is great news, and I'll explain why. The family of former City Chronicler Carlos Munguía Fregoso has presented his historical archives to the Los Mangos Library, where they were received and digitized. Munguía covered important events for the city from 1986 until his death on December of 2005. The 896 documents in 18 binders will be available for the general public to explore in a month. All that is needed is to show up with a USB stick. Now, that one, admittedly, is probably good news more for me than for you or for anybody that cares about the city's history, because as soon as those archives are ready, I'm going to show up with an USB drive and I'm going to obtain them so that we can look at interesting and important historical content we might be able to share here at Coffee and Headlines with those of you who have expressed such keen interest in our city's past. And one more news item. This one just made me roll my eyes. Where is my eye-rolling face? There she is. Hello. Whoop. Can you believe that Montessori Street has not been fixed yet? I cannot. Oh, let me get rid of her. Okay, that's too much. Bye-bye. Can you remember it was 3 summers ago when we started Coffee and Headlines, and they were talking about fixing this stretch of Montessori Street as it meets Francisco Medina Asensio at the Joya Hospital, and it hasn't been fixed yet. So there's no news here, but there you have it. Another complainer article that we found out there. And now, how about a little bit of this while I blow my nose?
As you know, Coffee and Headlines is your morning live show available on Facebook and YouTube, featuring news and stories about Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco, and Mexico for the English-speaking community in Puerto Vallarta. However, Coffee and Headlines is more than just a show. We now have over 20 walk-around videos on YouTube showcasing some of your favorite shops, restaurants, and other attractions for you to enjoy. These videos have been compiled into a dedicated playlist for your convenience. To access them, simply point your browser to bit.ly/PV walkaround. What are you waiting for? Enjoy the virtual tours. They are free for you to access.
There you have it. And now, with that out of the way, we look at our weather. Oh, that cloud looks like Caligula appointing his horse to the Roman Senate. You know, I was just a kid when that movie Caligula came out, and I remember sneaking to the theater, praying that they would let me in to see it, and they did. Anyhow, it is 23 degrees right now. Humidity is low at 56%. We like that. And of course, our weather forecast for today indicates that we will have mostly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high of 26 and a low of 16. Then tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high of 27 and a low of 18. And then Friday, mostly cloudy skies in the morning with mostly clear skies in the afternoon with a high of 28 and a low of 17. I love that because it's been glorious outside. I have excellent news to continue sharing more leisurely stuff. This would be a fun activity if you haven't done it. Banderas News reports that the Xutla Folkloric Dance Troupe is back at the Lázaro Cárdenas Park with free performances every Friday evening starting at 7 p.m. The ensemble is celebrating 30 years of cultural ambassadorship, having represented Puerto Vallarta around the country and around the globe. And it's good to see that the upcoming Carnival now has a Facebook event happening. So hopefully we'll see more updates for this event sometime in the near future. And of course, I'm starting to do my homework because a week from tomorrow, we are doing our So Many Versions presentation exploring the art of interpretation in classical music. Why are there, why are there over 1,000 different recordings of Beethoven's iconic Fifth Symphony available for purchase today, for example? That's one of the questions we'll try to answer. Why there are so many, why we continue to record classical music, how are the new recordings well representing or not representing the intentions of the composers? What devices do composers have to write on their scores? How they expect their music to be performed, and which conductors tend to honor those indications, and which conductors just sort of decide, well, I'm going to do it my way. We will look at a bunch of popular classical music selections that you may already know, so that we can compare several and figure out which ones make our eyes roll like my alter ego, because there are some out there that, well, it'll be fun, and it'll be fun, and it'll be fun, 3 times fun. It's time for chit chat. Okay, it'll be fun, and it'll be fun. I need more coffee, and I need more coffee, that's for sure. Oh dear, let's see what we have today. We have good mornings, which I love. We have an hola from San Diego. Hello. Let's see, Christy. It is a great thing to see you, Christy. You are such a good friend. Kathy, oh, we already saw that cue. More good mornings. Oh, Gina posted a photo of a swanky beach club south of Puerto Vallarta, and I forgot to bring it up on the screen because it's a new place that I've never heard of, but it looked really, really swanky. And I also took a photograph of a new restaurant here in Versalles that I've never seen before. Well, I've seen it before, but I'm wondering if they're getting... I'll bring that photo to the program tomorrow because I forgot to load it as well. Let's see what else we have. Lars says, what a great idea. Can't wait to see those photos from Old Vallarta. You see, here's my curiosity. Our taxes pay for a city chronicler to chronicle the city. We have one right now. His last name is Gomez Encarnacion. I forget his first name. But there's no such thing as going to City Hall and saying, hello, I would like to browse the archives of the city. You know, that's not set up. So one has to wonder, if we pay with our taxes for the salary of a city chronicler, when and where do we get to see what he or she is chronicling? And that's been a lingering question in the back of my head. I don't have an answer for that yet, but at least I know that I'll be able to go and find the Fregoso archives and just dig through them for interesting stories to share here. Spencer's looking for friends without intruding. I would like to be invited to any social activity, event to meet. Thank you. Outdoor excursions would be great. There you go. Good luck with that, Spencer. I hope you find new friends. That's what Coffee and Headlines is all about. I see another cue. There is a new restaurant that opened up on the Pipila at the Malecon called Otto's. I had a fantastic red snapper dinner last night, fried with butter and garlic. Well priced too. Wonderful staff. You know, I think it takes so much courage to go out and open a new restaurant. And I had a couple of interesting questions for Gina. Oh shit, I'm spilling the beans. Well, Gina and I talked about what kind of advice she would have for new restaurants, because there are so many. You know, what are the things that a new restaurant should be looking at before they consider opening a new restaurant? And her answer surprised me. I was actually not thinking it would be what she told me, but then again, Gina is a wonderful restaurant owner, and she has a lot of experience with restaurants, so she would know much better than me. When do you get to hear that? Well, you get to hear it on Friday, when we'll have a lovely, lovely little video to share with you. And this, my friends, brings us to the end of what we prepared for today. Today is going to be a wonderful day because I get to meet with the publisher of a magazine that I write for in the West Coast. So that I'm looking forward to that. I'm meeting with friends that are visiting from out of town, so I'll be gallivanting all afternoon. But more importantly, I will be looking for new stories and new adventures to share with you. So I hope that you will have a wonderful day, as always. I thank you for joining us this morning, and I look forward to seeing you again sometime in the near future, maybe even tomorrow. Between now and then, be careful with those crocodiles if you're wandering around the Quale, and enjoy the city. This is a great time of year to do so. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.